All right, HB Television Network, so any HB Sports Roundup Weekend Edition. Yatna siebe sorin konwa so akase madu ama donko abom eneni yede yankuku ene yankaka ebeko akogwende yebedi nkomo ye pa badende. There are various major European leagues and their matches ebeko so intino yan share chairman on your international break. Na yesi former yebehwe na atwemu eneni Confederation of African Football CAF mpenifor ekwa asetena na ogopiemu AFCON 2023 na nke wasafi ene koso bare nyame aduma next year bare 2023 nteno koso a na Côte d'Ivoire na yeka Côte d'Ivoire Felix Ofobuanye din eneni eba mitirim na mpenifor kwa asetena no draw yere share so no the Black Stars of Ghana hesan say Ghana for ntino your group B alongside Cape Verde, the Pharaohs of Egypt, most appearances as far as AFCON are concerned. 25 appearances and the Egypt and face on Mozambique and a group. But the question I be say, so group B no on my ben and a knee usu say on be qualify. You didn't come on. You Black Stars. You chances. Coach Christopher Hutton. Emra drawn by no wakasa. You didn't come on. Na ya hwe emrechi na eberemu na ya hwe full draw no ye be two countries ya dwemu esusu se omo performance omo better ne di no ebeboa am qualify to the next stage of the competition. Emrechi no ye be hwe Ashanti Gold me no ka say Dr. Kuku Frimpong any Ghana Football Association sensem no ninsem no ya tuegu internet say still Ashanti Gold demotion no Omukremu. But then King Faisal, led by Alhaji Abdul Karim Grusa, answer Ghana Football Association about to be koso omude roadmap by no Alhaji Muniya Nitiko Kum. Osi kwanya ye faso roadmap by no enya dia ebeboa Ghana football tebrin nsem no kopie mu ewo Assembly Bia Court me no kase Accra High Court omo atu nsem ne but Alhaji cry say hey ono ano de nsem no koy we yin nsem ne fi koy binom say Alhaji nya no kwafo nya de a ye be remu ni afie sansensem no ye be hwe preview bet power Premier League match day 5 game Saudi ebe koso no na ugopie ba Mediama Sporting Club ende ejino kono DC United States of America, the Black Stars of Ghana and the L3 of Mexico. Ye be rem kakra ni ahwe exakin si na ebe koso nintino this and many more ko say na mkan akase medu amadonko abo ye be sori nkodwa so Ibadwo bote capito me de tino frobi no bi nkanchi obi say matina se we de ye bra nintin the discussion no ebe shas na ugopie mu a Thomas Moro Best ofia papa bibi aboko de
Yeshua Mashiach ni yakobo.
Oh okay Yeshua Mashiach Moro de okay Moro yanhwe Wayne Rooney na otwe mu o say weekend ya nya dia matches be kwa mononi but yeah. International break. But then this week, and Birmingham for appointee Rooney as head coach. As a managerial side, in recent times, players are Omubobo Mujidi, Wayne Rooney, Frank James Lampard, Vincent Kompany, omo take manage Steven Gerrard mo take managerial side na say Newman Sheda nye isa. You heard the appointment of Rooney Birmingham City. Ebeboa.
Yeah, Papa, medase na mamenchia me president Paul Biya. Mamenchia Kevin Taylor. I admire Kevin Taylor ni braveness ni on say ejuma we learn from people.
Yeah.
Sometimes even some what I say we can say you want to name yourself say player be last me ko to say kwala bi bobo na minim so ombechro abako say omu goalkeeper number ko say okay on ebeda minim so obeka so oye bi a o lele
anase George Owu
on there because we kotwa so it is I was saying chinchira kotwa ra ro ko yesi akwari si dey bi okay kotwa e mo do say ne ono so wonder
enya goalkeeper si ko da mo ko ma.
So we don't keep our history and everything in Kwala no omunim hwe but
ebi muti baby yenya foreign
so let me mention Kevin Taylor for his brave and the attitude and everything. Now mention Julius Malema of South Africa. Okay. These are strong men we want to see in Africa. But one day I know Yeshua HaMashiach will let us see people like them. Okay. Yeah. So Rooney Birmingham sometimes you ask dear no mo I nuntino omo anase sika omo de be kwakofa first class coach no eno mu ni bi anase o my say let's start with our own.
Okay.
Yeah, try Lampard nomne Gerrard nomne other company nom so let's this time around start with Rooney ni ehwe ebi anani de na ebi anye yi a na so ono so ye try na anye but omo no ade ba ko no sometimes omo fi say ejuma bebre on say bibia level abobo akodru no to go back and say I'm going to work ne bibi no enye say omo ni sika.
Okay.
O sika kakra obedi no de age na ni no ma no obenya akusita ma obewu.
Okay.
So but omo fi say let me give back to this football nti bibia related to football no he wants to do it so didn't hu shame nti then the only thing I can do mean to me be administrator because of my background no. Then let me start from football ni bibi me hope we say this time around no or be yire no normal be koyi na what me akona nim wo ho but enye sa so a well good luck whatever say obebo modern with Birmingham na normal to me akoyi but in all no emwa omo ni nkofo a footballers ne fa omo abaye into coaching no emwa omo because me in fact on say most of them no it's not about you playing football no kwana you coaching.
Okay.
Coaching you need a brain. The brain should work.
Okay.
On say I'm not insulting the integrity of them. But on say most of our footballers no excuse me to say omo illiterate.
Okay.
You are. So baby kakra so akọ school no edu animo no omako but it's not about you being educated no so near the coaching.
Yeah.
You should have the zeal no the power and say I want to be a coach. It will be onimkwala brim nyina wo se meye police ni meye soldier ni itino
or that police soldier
su edobima adwuma no.
Okay.
So it's not
you need do
you can do it.
Passion is you need
so because as so who say open I'm an accountant by profession.
Okay.
And a week pro accountant.
Oh, I didn't accountant for
about 70-80 a bunch of thieves becoming accountant. And you know a idea media ni papa ni bi baby amako bia
but he said who assess
me because me legacy bi ho
so na be a
Debbie sana tie.
Okay.
So me companies am aye adwuma nyina I can work at any time to the come because me JDBO.
Okay.
So I will go and pick that name.
Okay.
But question mark or are you to me call?
Right.
Because I have most of my colleagues who cannot go. Because question mark or more. So it's about you living integrity be busy go anytime you can go. Nti ukokra na wuntumi ye kro tumi de obako wedi na weja no.
Oh yes
so eno na media guy find him nti no mo say omudi ne ko.
Okay.
So me feel say let's pray say umbetumi footballers ni fa eya enye adwuma omu ne these are normal say one kasa wotnase bi sound say DNT na ama your colleagues ni bi ya enye adwuma but na me kan it boils down to illiteracy normal bi wo ho a obenya abotresua and ofi say he has played to the highest so obeba wo but say oh papa mami didi wo na ase kakra no o adwun bi say oh my bobo to the highest me say oh one of the best coaches in the world na me measure was in here and no na high most of our plenty no Rooney who can say onko she tin hada onko ofi say ono kra adwun wo ti bi wo di tribute onko she nti most enya homaso but is like they feel say my bobo to the highest so why should I go and e be kra nipa na coach no your former player kra me bobo sen me gidin sen I didn't necessarily me question ase and that is worrying most of our coaches because uba Ghana hana oka say me fan say Abedi Pele Tony most of the players Brian Tanko Munko she obi ti say Boadu ase anase Kotoko coach Prosper here obeka say onye because ebi kura Prosper wan sheda bobo bia ko ni ono wa popo abucha nko she Prosper na we and that is killing them if they are able to do that nti Rooney we hope say afa Birmingham no you when you have a good backroom staff you become a good coach when you have bad backroom staff you fail nti let's hope say obeyere no na etumi asa recall most of the players back.
Okay, Thomas Moreau best and I'm the submission on Wayne Rooney, Birmingham SCT. Yemremo AFCON 2023 draw. You better tackle Ghana a group, Nothing, so you have the various groups, Remember Moreau, two countries, or you should say all the various groups, or everything. But the Black Star, the only Nebeshas, your group B, alongside Egypt, Cape Verde, and then Mozambique. Moro, yeah,
Papa.
Most appearances as far as AFCON concerned Egypt 25.
No
Last stars, Jacob is 24. So,
but Jacob 24. Then Omokoye.
No, say Aji.
I'll be happy Ghanaians never from 2000 back should never even mention AFCON cross MBU because na Egypt aje sense Baku said Egypt abeje 7 Cameroon no mujibi Cameroon abeje 5 Ivory Coast Egypt o abeje bi
the last time I just said 82 na ye wo me
that is it so it sounds ridiculous Ghanaians which here will be our say we are 4 times stop it Ghanaians should even never mention sa 4 times in Kurebium no because we are in the 23rd century now people omo come with the 1G be that satan 1G be kura da abeje 5 the one no agi ba ko mienu abeje 7 and then Ivory Coast agibi Senegal agibi
by so go just so ma we fi abakosem
wo say you why abakosem you will continue abakosem no but you don't do abakosem now you get up and destroy abakosem near the home abakosem stop it and protect the Abakose Kakrana Wayen, but from 42 years you've destroyed the image, the beauty, and whatever the excitement of the 4 times now wajini na wasa because 42 years. Why to me anyeshi ma and ngwase nkwa na odi aka 4 times now wajino. Omo muji yeso no omo ji no in a fantastic mood bi no omo de je. Wo hwe Kofana scrap penalties obi ase mienu kura na ote ono asa no abeje. You destroy the image, the beauty of the excitement out the J Cup no Kofono mo breje no. So Ghanaians should never even mention that 4 times because 4 times whereby you are the toppers. What topo? But to the own GB abeje 5, the only GB da kra for all these years. Nano Senegal cross abeje Oma GB, Omo GB do Omaji, Ivory Coast aji, Cameroon put 5 times, Egypt 7 times, Zambia kura beji omkofunya Kalusha ni Chabala num no munim say ometumi kura mu wima nkwala ne beji
amafo ate pese ya na Egypt na be film group B
no look people look Cape Verde country on say the last time we AFCON we all saw them they even came with a coach who was an instructor at the airport.
Yeah.
It is a pilot who said, me too, said, hey. Ono Crampono, look at where they got to. Omo normal, yeah, but because Omo coach left and whatever, normal, normal. But now they went back the following 2 for your man qualify, but they went back prepared and they are back.
Yeah.
You know that what they are coming. Utia Central African Republic Rano. Ji oko sisini okumase ansa washe no.
Sao Tome
na oni Angola okumase no wako sisino ansa washe no. Na utia be kase me ye ni Egypt. One ka just say Egypt.
Unti wine be fisa.
Oh, look, even is it Mozambique. Do you know, look, they qualified, they played the qualifiers before qualifying to AFCON.
It's not just Omunya better, sir.
Omunya just a mere walkover, be our any honor. Yes, Sinipa say, oh, Diniko Kruno acquisition. So you are
there for.
Oh, most of the matches that Ghana had played and qualified, I always see for Samuel Maseno acquisition. So, you know, idea, everybody, the whole world is watching.
Okay.
Scouts were referees, level-headed people are there watching the matches. Bibi wa VAR wo enye aha ketwa mokoni nepo aka play on nyeka dabi VAR will call you back tomorrow. You can't remember, was it Manchester played a match, they were at the dressing, they were almost in the tunnel walking to the dressing room. They called them back and told them there was an infringement incident. It was a penalty. They came and kicked, went back. Africa, so because the VAR worked, now we are going to use VAR. VAR is working. If we are not used to VAR here, then VAR is going to work in Ivory Coast. You cannot still walk over some nibi petty nibi. The VAR will get rid of it. So
2 countries.
Me, I see Egypt Kivet.
Okay,
you ask my opinion. I've told you.
Oh yes, of course. And I'm waiting. You full draw no. And director at the 20 group A. You have Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Equatorial Guinea, and then Guinea-Bissau.
Very strong side. The Nigerians, the Ivorians wanted to prove a point because they are playing back home with their supporters and everything. And now, you know, the Ivorians had a whole lot of problem, these insurgents and whatever. So they feel that, oh, my mom didn't KNG AFCON we name fa a kroye ne in Kambum Embra Krunum, because recently I was in Ivory Coast and Papa, they destroy everything that is. Ivory Coast was one of the beautiful countries in Africa. But these insurgents, these evil people had to come and destroy the entire country. Look, these were leaders who left a legacy. So, but I know one day we'll come to the historical something, because what I know about the Ivorians, Ofeboayin, I know he was a Ghanaian, but people feel he was an Ivorian. The real name of Ofeboayin was Ofeboayin.
Oh, okay.
That is his real name. Ofeboayin. You know, I was a historical, I did history, but along the line, say real history, I only have So the real name was Ofeboayin. So they changed it to be Ofeboayin. So one day we will have visited.
But Mami, 2 countries, from Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria,
it's so beautiful. Canal. Now they had only one bridge, but recently normal by 3-4. Then it's so beautiful when you have level-headed people in affairs and leading you. Cruise no more to say we say I hope the Ivorians qualify, but it's about the strength, the mentality, using those things, mental toughness on the pitch to let them qualify, maybe get closer to the cup. Said the spirit of the Ivorians will come back, because a chronomatch check normal basa. But I hope say commit to me a call money to even win the cup. Say yes, so there or me to me a call ibia semi-finals or finals pona Jeffrey Omusemana the good side Jeffrey Omusemana so we even got to the final. Unfortunately, be as saying so I'll tip the Ivory Coast and
Nigeria
and maybe Nigeria.
Okay,
because the Nigerians have also among players are playing tough
football
and strikers are lacking now. They are best strikers. They are one of the best strikers in Africa. They wants to prove to the whole world it's not about Italy. It's about coming to Nigeria. You do it in Africa.
Okay.
So they are coming.
All
so
right.
I hope maybe Ivory Coast and Nigeria will
qualify. Okay, Group C: Senegal, Cameroon, Guinea, and then the Gambia. Group C: Senegal, Cameroon, Guinea, the Gambia.
Yeah, yesterday. Will be an interview somewhere. My catch and say, I want the Cameroonians should meet the Senegalese. I want the best in Africa. So I want them to meet maybe a country like Senegal. And thank God if they've met Senegal. Me only say Ebeboa because I wanted to see how strong the Cameroonians are. So meeting a team like Senegal, no, will let the whole world know.
Cameroon, what now hope? Ache.
Oh. Matra kama mire Cameroon to one will be what now watching now warida. Oh, okay. Say Papa Kuye Juma government something.
Okay.
And mention we are 9 number. Men am tosu 8.
Oh, okay.
Me chiba de 60 oba 70 oba men am tosu 8 me bema and 9 so your oba.
Okay.
Nti Papa ko baby me as bema akwala no me ne neko. So I had a chance to move with him, baby Obeko.
Okay.
So I had a chance to marry, whatever.
Okay.
And you know, I know the Cameroonians as they also know me.
Okay.
And you know, I'll hope and pray say, me who say no man ko ye because eto no man kitibi or it's like sometimes power drunk on you beer.
But has he been successful as FA president in Cameroon?
So oba in chair, but on say ade ba ko ne say Cameroon sports eco form. So Afina and now even the AFCON they Cameroon back akra. Now they've gotten about 5 to 6, 7 good stadiums. It can when you have a good pitch, you have good players.
Yeah.
And you know me feel say with I don't know and I even ade ba ko so say any Cameroonian player should be paid no less than $1,800.
Not just be our share.
Oh yeah, say when you pay a player very well, he brings the best out of play
and makes him even stay.
Exactly.
And
because
the leader.
Kakra obenyano no to me the normal bia. The wife, the family say, oh, Papa, Kakra nya Kakra, why don't you maintain it? Now because baby now say it's in higher. So it's about you pay someone very well. He brings the best to let the whole world know. A human crown obey ni because when say you pay him very well. And you know, sadly now why you know but he has to raise it up Kakra. Now Cameroon football and be drew level B. We now good players. We now one of the best goalkeepers we had in Kono Bell, Ondua, Onana, Jackson Go. Those we had Olimbe, Pagao, Roger Miller, him Eto himself, Ijusu, Kamini, Makun, Nkon, Ngokomi. They were one of the best players.
Yeah.
We have Tatao, Mfede, Imbu, Makanak. We had those people, Laurent, Itami, Maya. These people were good players on Cameroon. We had them. So by now we should replace them. So I hope say or the Cameroon football be Drew Baby because the only thing I know about it, I hate him is apart from Paul Biya, he doesn't want to list because he's the only person who can walk to Paul Biya. And Paul Biya, anything. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Anything about he can walk to Paul Biya at any time. He only deals with him. And no, I make sure say Obama Gitam no other players now or the Moshe teams no or the national team ama Rigobertson no. They should all come together and build Cameroon football so that in a year 2, 3 we see one of the best teams in the world. That is Cameroon.
Okay, two countries are
I pray that Senegal, Cameroon can qualify.
All right, Group D: Algeria, Desert Forces, Stallions of Burkina Faso, Mauritania, and then the Palancas Negras of Angola. Group D.
Yeah, it's another strong side.
Yeah,
almost you say Ubia are qualified on merit.
Yeah,
except Ghana question mark. I hope say the Algerians gradually also normal call Basa. The Arab world, normal call Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria, Libya, and whatever. Libya is suffering because of similar situation. By now Libya would have been part, but almost normal. The Algerians with normal course almost kakra or page or the Algerians can qualify, and Angola,
Burkina
Faso, and
Mauritania.
I see the Burkinabes also, because they say almost no normal say pija, but the insurgents no call on Burkina Faso kakra, but they were able to stand and qualify. Until I hope say I see the Algerians and the Burkinabes may be qualifying to the next stage.
All right, well, Group E: Tunisia, Mali, South Africa, Namibia.
Another strong side, because I see how do you call it? Tunisia, South Africa, and Mali. These three teams, are difficult, but if I may pull the Tunisians aside, it's between South Africa and Mali.
Okay.
And now, the Malians gradually, although apart from the insurgents that also went there and destroyed Mali, whatever, almost normal, say a pijaka grounds or academic system normal, and so say embe how once they are able to qualify, which means they put everything behind them and they qualify. So I see these three teams, Tunisia, South Africa, and Mali. A bad thing, but let me give it to Tunisia and Mali.
All right. Group F: Morocco, DR Congo, Zambia, and then Tanzania. Hi.
Yeah.
A group of death.
Yeah, but these young countries
because about local football.
They
best. Zambia and then
it's
Tanzania. Papa.
Most foreigners.
Yes.
Team
but I think it's a group of death.
Yeah, and easy. The Moroccans are going to meet a tougher side because Morocco kwana a year.
Local team players.
And now Morocco, so the strength in World Cup, and Ushaya. First round qualify. It tell you when you have a good team. You prove yourself. And your ball first round you qualify. So it tell you how strong their team was there. They move before they qualify to the World Cup, and after the World Cup the team they call about 95% of the call of the team is still there.
Okay.
So the strength and I don't see them fading out. So the Moroccans definitely. Maybe let me add a Morocco and how do you call it? The teams now.
DR Congo.
And a bedding. But DR Congo has another local good team. To they also qualify.
Zambia, Tanzania.
Zambia almost Kalusha fading out. They had these young guys taking over. Almost be yes and normal be here to normal most of the guys left in normal. But they've built another team view. So once they've qualified, they are coming. I see Morocco, DR Congo, and maybe Zambia, one of them. The two but
Morocco is obvious.
Their strength is more than them.
Okay.
So let me add DR Congo.
Okay.
But anything can happen. Maybe the Zambians can also walk out.
All right. Thomas Moreau Best and Amotenenka AFCON 2023 dry course and the analysis mamo ewo dwumedi no eso Ashanti Gold Dr. Kweku Frimpong Okay. Director. Okay. Draw AFCON by the Communication Department of the Ghana Football Association, led by Henry Asante Chum. Only Black Stars coach Chris Hughton Edin Komo. Yonkoti and Sema Chris Ekafa Black Stars Group B. Ye woman your chances say they are coach in
Group B of the AFCON in Ivory Coast, Ghana, Egypt, Mozambique, Cape Verde. Your overview of the group?
What's quite obvious is that I think when the group was going to be announced, the fact that we were going to be in the second group of seeds, it was I think mostly thinking which team was going to be in the top group of seeds, and of course, as soon as Egypt come out, the first thoughts are, of course, the very experienced side, very experienced AFCON campaigners. I think have more wins than any other country. I think so. They're experiencing this, so for sure it's very, very tough opposition. But the first thing you think about is it's a competition that you're very much looking forward to. To play against certainly one of the best teams in Africa at this particular moment. But that's just part of it. And of course in Mozambique and Cape Verde, they're two teams that I don't know so much about. We will, of course, do all of our homework over these coming months and seeing their games, of course, their games next month, and we will do the homework the best that we can. But I think whenever a group comes out, I think you always look at it that it could have been better for us, but of course you also have to look at it could have been worse. So it's one that we will very much look forward to.
I'm sure when you took over, your number one priority was to qualify Ghana to the tournament. Obviously, looking back to 2 years ago in Cameroon, it was a disaster. The team couldn't progress from the group stages. Is that anything that kind of put pressure on you to better that record and go a step further?
No, I think I don't think there's anything as regards pressure related to the past. The pressure is that as a proud football nation that has qualified for this tournament, we want to do the best that we can. We know it was disappointing in the last campaign, but that was in the past. I think all we can do is look forward to preparing ourselves the best way that we can, making sure that we put ourselves in the best possible position to come out of the group, and then of course once and when and if you come out of the group, then of course you have no idea which teams that you will face at this particular moment, but the pressure is always there. We want to win football matches, and the only way that you can achieve anything in this competition is by winning games.
I'm sure, many Ghanaians always talk about the fact that we won the title in 1982. That's been the last time, even though the team has come close in recent years. In 92, second. Recently in 2015, second again. In 2010, second. And what they are looking for is the title. How are you hoping to deal with some of these expectations from Ghanaians?
Well, the expectations are always going to be there, and the fact that we haven't won this tournament for quite some time, there are always reasons behind that, and generally the team that has won this competition, or any competition, are the teams that have deserved to win it. So, they are the facts. What we're very conscious of is that in this tournament, as in any AFCON, it's very competitive, and there are a lot of teams. And certainly, when I look at the level of the African countries, there is no doubt over a period of time the level has improved and increased, and there are far more players now playing in so many of the African countries and teams that are playing at very good levels, you know, probably mostly in Europe, but very good levels. So we know the competition is high, and we know to do well there will have to be a lot of factors that go our way. But the biggest factor is preparation and performance, and it's impossible to do well in this tournament unless you perform well.
Well, in the qualifiers, in the lead up to our qualification, some of the things that people spoke about was the fact your team find it difficult to score. Your team sometimes concede easily. I mean, judging from what you saw in the qualifiers with 2 months or so to the competition, how are you hoping to work on some of these contents?
Well, the period of time you have to work on them is not a long period of time. As anybody knows, working with the international team, you have them for a very small period of time before you go into games. But you still plan and hope to build something. We have 2 games here in USA, which I think will be advantageous for us as regards our preparation going into the 2 World Cup games, and then of course into AFCON.
Internal Black Stars coach Chris Hughton and I'm now matching Black Stars 12 a.m. United States of America matching back Kwesiada Black Stars the L3 of America and Yokofa Kense Bekoso Nibnada so Tuesday ne ugo PM United States of America and so Edbebu internal kai national so and for my Ashanti Gold and Ghana Football Association some no ya two as well as Kim Faisal and so no who's your mark with assembly if you cut Moro Ash Good GFA
yeah Papa Onim
Kim Faisal GFA
we have a country it's so sad sometimes it's so disheartening say you tell someone you are even a Ghanaian.
Oh, I didn't hear.
No, because
some people find have been coming.
There be but one said no maybe a coswa ya say we share doctor. Maybe people say bia minim no me case me mate no and no kwaku for the past 40 years.
Okay.
And then we went to Kumasi High School since 79, completed 84. Yeah, be called 6 form and also but I'm not saying because he's my friend if he does the wrong thing.
Yeah,
I shouldn't say it. That is where I'll even tell you. So, but Obiaba Ashanti go na no man ko ye go first and ko ye ni no and gradually. Waba no wabefa even ko kokotoko na no ma bi na wokofa team no na kakra min kase enunti wonye no one say sometimes it's so sad say the thing they are accusing him no these people are they do it. It's so sad. I don't say sometimes ask myself say Nyankopon kra den na minimsa komambe but I see this job as a useless job. I'm telling you before God, man, because in the Germany, in the charity, in the school Germany charity, me dream to say, look, now go to American embassy. Omo marine for her. Yes, sister, omo be unfortunate or the car bowa. You be dinner say je de no ko America. Does it even make sense? But what's the amount? So those ashlock or the car bow krana, je de no ko America or head your pebia because you say if you say you didn't come American dinner, he will tell you, oh, you just hit an animal. That is how they see us. They see the blacks as an animals. Obeka will do my this. Look, I saw him as an animal. He just crossed the car and hit him. That's all. Look, go home and leave these people. But so Bob the power honey bedina some officer obey yes so Papa Kweku BBSC and then look at dance mine now. And he said BBSC now also Odiomoko division 2
second division
and then crowd they also the bank crowd to Omswa they don't even cry exist bill. And we had the core congress they voted against say Omunteki and look at these footballers, these bank rollers and these question mark people. na se mote ho hwe pam asem ba se mo tra se e kan yi a kabia no ma bi wo aken koduru sa it is a kwaku kra mo nwe se okay se kwaku no se onene ne ba for the next 10 years whatever it is on year mo the team ni call division players no kra o ma caucus ya release o mo say players no o mo cost call free nti ade na mo nye na say adance for now will take back their team na bia o ma ye ne kakra look at country la a place la Obuasi the whole dance o mo regional na o ni team because dance mai wo ho no aye basa asati goda eno so bo mo no mo ni age ni bibia no o mu ni bibia da ho be ka se o mo be tumidi eji o mo ni bi eja football ya no mo di look at stadium mo CSC ho fantastic now no call mu yi ho e wa fu e wa ye basa tam
so say no do ya say for na
accepted but e ko bakura ni odu bi ase e na bia o ma ye so nti o ma nya ni odu if ade ye wo die no when court yet say obi die if the way they will support Ashanti Gold no almost support no odu bi ase sa so now which means say question mark o baby there's something wrong somewhere it is a moment contrast na munye ipo na nipa no from so ni bibia no how do you punish the region ni na say modi o mo division 2 o no kra mo kasa and they've accepted it mo mi enkoyere ho ne samra ayesuade but you don't go to Congress and rather going to think of the way forward of Ghana football shey the Ghana football aye o mo bo no mo manage. Look at the administration and everything. Is that the way the European or Muslim is that the way they do it? Na se over fi se over bo nipa no bi di ni sika ni bibia be shem na se bibia ma punish the entire nipa ni nyina no ade na team no ko division 2 amoma omunsan ko start gradually from the grassroots kakra no mo build another Ashanti no mo use stadium ho no mo so ni giebi na nyina ye nya sosua obi ko ye bi so hey Kwame eno na last ye say no na nyina obi so de esua de but you don't just go and sit down in Congress and with this bunch of some question mark we now more take a decision say you ban because we feel say Kwaku Frimpong have been a critic of the FA. Now it's like anybody who is a critic of the FA Krano, you just they will Palma ye Omowok Abdul Salam sa George Free Nampo sa we are there now we be young second we are there now we gina wachi no attention ene ukoye ade kurana o train pana they see you as evil person. For how long in the media who are supposed to sit down and fight these monsters? I call them evil people because or adia person now the you are evil. Okay. But what you say Moses say boni ne kumo de boni boni omu ye kakra boni eni munketwa boni omu ye nyina no will come together and will turn a monster no come after them.
King face and so no roadmap omu kan ho nsem bebe kopie mu court ni adia. Alaji
yeah papa onim
amafo se onyane
yeah enye sa amafo Patulumba was see them as they are. That is how they are. That is how he is. Because we know say me I know Alhaji Guruza for the past let me take about 50 years now from Aswase or a young man me bra a born team ono kra hom tie ode to me bra so na me bra de dwane kwa Germany for all this. I'm telling you because he was one of the finest footballers in Ghana. So, he came to the house and told me, "Mama, papa say, wallahi, he said, me brother on working face over Bokotokwa. Oh, my name Bobo, we are you." So my brother got angry, came to Accra and left to Germany. The mommy brother called him, Bobo, Ghana, and my so minimum sab to now then I make sure say on say the way I will see him or side way I will win him. Okay, so that is how Nipanity until we all thought say, oh, let's even support Alhaji Guruza in becoming the FA president because of the new credibility. But now no man kitty be Wayama now we have a big question mark about him. People, I for instance, the respect and everything I have, because the way I know him, some of us we sit anywhere and mention Alhaji Guruza, say Muncho Obi tisa Alhaji Guruza, Muncho Obi tisa. Now how do you tell people or Muncho Obi tisa Alhaji Guruza? There's a whole lot of question mark about him, and these are normal. As I said, the media should come out and make sure say we put these people on their toes, make sure say they do the right thing. They should be men of integrity, positive defined people, not negative defined people. But and then are they straightforward people? Are they men of integrity? Say Alhaji Wama supporter nipa bi. So Sir George Okra give up fine because he thought they were going to use Alhaji Guruza to also counter whatever. But then nipa na wono ka odi na chi a wonim say woye the face of the whole thing no. And then I will say what you are, but me since Odni Blaster called just $100,000 and he came back couldn't tell the whole world say they gave me 100,000. That is where I realized Alhaji onye straightforward view, onye man of integrity. We had known him, no, and I say we portray him to be, no, because not just say there's a question mark about him. Me from St. Cyprian's to Kumasi to Guinness, I did my service and whatever, to now the way of Munim is that is how it and I won't change. I will never change because unless you've gone away from Yeshua. But unene nantia you become a saint. Me wo me saint but I try say I can command Yeshua HaMashiach. Was say thou shalt not judge, but I can judge you because what to be na me nyebia. I can judge you. It's like someone who is a thief and I will judge him because at the end of the day, if he is corrupt and I'm not corrupt, I can judge him because at the end of the day, but if utnen is a pair, how do you judge him? And no nama Krono say because the people we know they can arrest those evil people are even evil than Sahakofono. Eyes will be actually now we watching you. You are all equal evil people. But you know, it's so sad say Alhaji we thought he was the face and going to fight for people to follow him and make sure say we put the FA at the proper position and put them on their toes and make sure say they do the right thing. And the media about 90% of the media have sold their birthright, their integrity for whatever God knows. But one day Yeshua will come and judge everybody according to a Juma Oye, say ye papa and ye bonnie. God will come and judge people who have sold their integrity and they have sold their birthright and they've decided say the word no correct Yeshua will descend on them.
Okay, Nteno Thomas Moro Best. And I'm in Kano. The Betpa Premier League match day 5. Your last topic for discussion. Meaning effort time. Okay. Bofo Kwatano ni Go Stars at Bebuini. Heart of Lions, Heart of Folk. Mediama Sporting Club. And in Swatraman game no penny for A2 Asher Dabrekum Chelsea. Ebebo Nations FC. RTU Carolina United. Legon City. Bechem United, Samates Dreams FC, Great Olympics Monday, Accra Lions. Bofo Kwatano Go Stars. After 4 games, 8 points, league leaders. Tano Bofo Akwa.
Oh, Omaya dear, but Oma Onze, dear Buomo is about has Kotoko played smooth pre-seasons. We thought they were going to implement it in the league, but Kotoko now for the past 8 to 10 years in Core Accra Sports because I've decided apart from Cameroon I will never go to the stadium. But a friend of mine I had to accompany so Charlie Ginau. But the American said me call and me share Kotoko team if they needed a level-headed psychologist to side the boys out. Because it's like Omobobo, they have a good coach, whatever, with the brain, everything. But they needed someone who would sit the person down and tell him, look, you impact into his spirit, his inner spirit. But I say, we don't talk about that. When you are a Jewish, we only talk about the inner spirit before the spirit. You know, they need a psychologist to sit them down. Just tell them, look, you can do it. Go and do it.
Heart of Lions, House of Folk. But
I hope say if they can maintain their strength, you know. But also Omobo qualify before they call to the fair. Almost ball this game
Super Cup
no
yeah.
aboa omo
yeah.
ama omo asaki omo apa
yeah.
so we hope they can maintain it to some level nema akese no hu say look they are giant. Let's also build the team very well and fight them. By all, no, we wanted to see those men in the middle should be straightforward people. Okay. If league yet, but sometimes seeing those people as faithful people, no, who can a bit to me the beauty, the excitement of the league, so they should work hard. They shouldn't cheat people. They shouldn't do whatever. Na say oko baby I say ye bobo away twa wantino just say usisi nipa na anu say ibada no say one the FA will rise up and say ye nya VAR because most African countries are having the VAR to me enkohwe na VAR ne ba I hope say the referees that have question marks about them no a bit to me aboa because we try to VAR no will expose him until let's hope say this year so say chinchina enfa ne dia man dia ontumi fa no ma bi emma na esesa e football because eva baha you see what it will change Ghana football na ama uwia bi because kwaku se me ko na VAR because we don't have the VAR no ama ye kwa outside ye bre because VAR no wo they should implement it na emwa na omo implement it we see referees who cannot lie and assistant referees running away with some mistakes be on my na team na wabrea we didn't go back because of negligence. So let's all come together as stakeholders. They should listen to us because some of us are more level-headed than them. And you know, if we know normal be almost until they should call stakeholders. No, they shouldn't sit down with the cartel members, friends and cronies, because they because he owes allegiance to them. Okay. They should call stakeholders. No muti no mofa. No boasosoa. We see the way forward. Players are granny in Norman. If we live here, go to Tanzania. How do you live down and go? But because we are branding it any so the league, you know, so that we can see a fantastic league.
Okay, Yera Thomas Moro best, and I'm in Canintino. Moro, you better ask to say you're too suffering on deep. All right, Intino Thomas Moro best, and I'm in Kayaba sorry, so but then, as a man for if you're the Black Princesses of Ghana, Edgino Kuno, no me at 3 o'clock p.m. were the nation's Wembley, Accra Sports Stadium, way FIFA under 20 Women's World Cup qualify. First leg, Yusuf Bazigi, Epia Boy, Yachi Guinea Bissau, Ebo, my Kamian son. Omo Simo Arabraka. And every Accra Sports Stadium, second leg, Ebekoso, Black Stars in Sen, any AFCON drawing into. I say, a man for a ray, said the Black Princesses, Egino Okuno, Yemfa Winsu, MP, Sudian, sorry, so, Ugo Piemo, Ewa Englander, Ange Postecoglou, our head coach, Emma Tottenham Hotspur, Ugo Piemo, manager of the month of September, no? And I'm paying for Atuni the international team phone in Ange Postecoglou and the head coach Emma Tottenham Hotspur no and I'm paying for you said the EPL manager of the month of September him mean song Tottenham Hotspur or soon paying for you said the player of the month of September Nasa Pepe and a Hunsem is a fatty and tell you the
give the coaches
oh say ye Ghana ye na school
dear name
oh yeah man sometimes when I the year but you know any
na say omo ja Osama bin Laden no man of
sometimes yeah mom fan any TV say yeah
bono yo
Thomas Moro best and I went in the director F1 artist MCR Akoto Efie Boy Ibaduo Bote Capito the fantastic afternoon Chief Executive Officer Cartel Group of Companies Mr. Henry Harry Owu Michiecha Oyepa and I feel you know okay Mr. Kingsford of Kingsford Plywood Enterprise I'm crying as your German fantastic afternoon Enko and Farmer Nyami Adum na dum edumiana ye wada sene makramo